Okay, guys, so believe it or not, I actually did change my mind, decided to just play a few more real quick here. So you'll notice by the timer at the bottom, which if you haven't already noticed, does make it very simple in some cases to tell whether these videos are being filmed back-to-back or not. In this case, they certainly are. And I am going to jump right back in. Now, I'm not going to play Zoolock yet. I'm going to save that for after we try out our Legendary Druid deck again. And that's not correct. We're going to play this in Rank because, believe it or not, this is still the journey to Legendary. And we may never get to Legendary, at least not before the end of the season. But the further up this rank that we can get, the better we'll start next turn. Or next season, rather. And that'll give us a head start to try to get a Legendary next season if we don't get it this one. And based on our current level of skill and or luck, or lack of play, it doesn't look like this season's going to be very easy to get. Because at this point, I am recording up till... I think the 20th of April, which gives us like what, 10 days. And this is probably airing in like May, but this is still the April season right now. Okay, so obviously there's been a lot of big revamps here. Chillwind Yeti and Nourish were not in my deck last time. There are big changes, and this hand is a horrible starting hand. So against the Hunter, we're pretty much likely to get completely destroyed. Innervate is good, but the rest of it's not. I actually probably should have re-rolled Thalnos. It is a good card against early game rush, which is what I was hoping to kind of achieve, but it doesn't look so good at the moment. We may Innervate Keeper of the Grove, 2 damage to destroy whatever minion he plays here, unless something better comes along. I'm liking the plan even better now that he played the coin and the hyena, so that's exactly 2 health. I actually like that plan so far.
I must safeguard the land. Well played.
So that's pretty much as good of a turn as we can get here, because quite frankly, we just turned the fact that he used the coin on his head, and we didn't have much to play to begin with. We could Mark of the Wild. I'm not going to. I'm just going to...
Feel nature's
for the wild.
Just going to Hero Power and attack and wait for his move. Now, depending on what he plays, I may decide to play one thing or another. Mark of the Wild is and Hero Power is a possibility next turn. Mark of the Wild is very, very good, I've found recently, at controlling the early game against the rush, so I'm kind of hoping he'll give me a rush before I have to use it. Misha, not the greatest card ever. It is kind of convincing me to use this, though. This is going to make him strong enough to actually kill Misha.
Nature's wrath.
And I'm just going to give myself another armor. So, anytime that we can kind of out-sustain the initial rush of a Hunter deck, and this may not be really a rush deck. I mean, he's definitely not playing like one so far, but that doesn't really mean anything. Anytime that we can out-sustain the initial rush of a Hunter deck, in my opinion, that gives us a very, very, very big advantage. So I don't like this either. We're kind of like, I feel like we're playing one off as far as our, if we played Innervate, we'd have 7 mana, which is, too little for Rag, too much for Sylvanas. We are leaving one behind if we play him. If we play him, we have 3 mana left. 2 more gives us nothing. I mean, it's just, it doesn't feel good no matter what we play. So we're just going to play Senjin, give us another taunt, which is going to make it that much more difficult for him to get through to me. And we want to avoid playing too many early game minions here because he can unleash the hounds and wipe them all. So we're going to try to keep it, controlled here. And I'm thinking next turn I might summon Rag and then just let him stew over that and see if he can even come back. Because early game Rag is difficult enough to deal with. Okay. So. Okay. So we're gonna do what I said. Because right now we do have between these 5 damage directly to him. So we're pretty close to actually clinching the game. and it didn't take us very long to do it. And I don't know if this is just a result of his Hunter deck not coming together as fast as he thought, or our just extremely good timing as far as the beginning of the game was concerned. But that being said, we're actually going to use this right now.
We hunger for vengeance.
And I think we can win.
Well played.
And that was probably the best. That's definitely a that was definitely a resounding good feeling towards playing that deck for the first time around. Since I tweaked it, that's the first time I played it. Just a few quick changes, and it felt strong. Now, the other guy may have had a crappy draw, but he had most of his deck in his hand, so it's tough for me to say that definitively. It could be that I had a great draw, which is more probable. But in either case, I liked what I saw there, and we're going to continue looking for that moving forward. Now, finally, we are going to get a Zoolock match if it kills me. Every single time we tried it last video, I'm sure you guys recall, we did not find a real opponent the first time. He quit after the first turn by conceding, which was nice because we got a victory, but kind of crappy because we weren't actually playing someone and checking out how the deck works. On the other side of that coin, the next time we played someone, they did not quit. They did the opposite of quit. They stayed there AFK for the entirety of the match. So I had to beat them by actually playing and waiting for their turn timer to expire, then playing again and over into the boredom until, you know, I started to go a little crazy and my head started to unravel, and it wasn't pretty. So let's hope that this person is a real opponent, and
you shall not pass.
And fingers crossed that they're not AFK. Moment of truth. Oh, I'm seeing activity. Oh, I'm feeling the bandits.
It's time for a little
Amani
blood.
Berserker. That's interesting that they have that in this deck. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of synergy with it. I'm trying to think what he can use to do damage to his own minion. I mean, I suppose he could use like backstab or something, but that seems extremely stupid. Considering it's too valuable a card to waste.
Possibilities.
Direwolf Alpha gives me +1 attack. Can't kill him. It would just enrage him. That's useless. I could play Berserker, which is not a bad move. I could also Life Tap, which is what I'm going to do, just to give myself an extra card advantage. Because right now, I don't have a great play to begin with, so might as well make a play for the future. And see, maybe that's what his plan was, like his master plan in the end. But I don't have any attack, so it didn't do anything. So it looks all to me like I made the right move. He didn't summon anything else, and he just attacked my shield bearer. So I'm actually going to be a little... Oh, nope, that doesn't do what I thought it did. I don't know why I thought it would do that. So we're going to... Oh, this is a tough one.
So many possibilities.
Okay.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So we are going to play him.
Payback time.
And for multiple reasons. One, because I get to attack, which is nice. Whatever. Two, because he can't kill me with his dagger now. He has to kill me with the Berserker or play something. And it can't be backstab because he's damaged. If he attacks with the Berserker, he enrages him. But that will allow me to kill him next turn with him anyway. If he attacks... If he uses a card on him like Eviscerate, then he's wasting it. And I'm not upset about him doing that in order to try to attack me. In either case, he can't enrage his Berserker. So I see no way without a spell card here that he can enrage this card. If he does enrage him, then he can make something different happen here.
That's the spot.
Alright, so I'm feeling a pattern emerging. And that pattern is also known as the, hey guys, look at me, I have a pirate deck. So I don't like the pattern. I'm going to say that outright right now. Because we are now in a really crappy position. How to make it a better position. Knife
So
Juggler
many possibilities.
doesn't really help us. Defender of Argus can't help us. Direwolf Alpha doesn't really help us. Amani Berserker does not help us. We could play Leroy Jenkins and kill him, which would be a waste, leaving him with a 3/3 and 2 1s. Right now he's looking at 8 damage to me. That would be less, but we'd be wasting a legendary card to do it. Not sure if it's our best move, but it may be our only one. We're actually going to do it.
Time's up. Let's do this.
Now, that move may seem nonsensical to some of you, but the way I look at it is I have Knife Jugglers. So if I play them, I can possibly take one of these guys out next turn for free. And I'd rather him have a 3/3 with 4 mana to play than 8 damage on the board. So 5 damage is definitely better than 8 if we're going to take some directly. And we're going to take 8 damage directly anyway just because I said that, because I'm an idiot. But he was going to do that 3 damage. So it really would have been 11 damage last turn. And we made it significantly better than that. So I think, personally, that we made the best move. And now,
Put this apple on your head.
we're going to do something a little
It's time
bit
for it,
creative.
Alfred.
That didn't work.
Get in there.
Maybe this
Fight,
will work better.
maggot.
Job's done.
There we go. So now, 3/1 with a 3 dagger versus a 3, a 2/3, and a 2/1. We didn't. This somehow did. That didn't end up you working as well as, you know. It ended up being a waste because I didn't do anything anyway. But that being said, we got the extra minion out of it, which means we killed one of the whelps. So, a 1 damage for 1 damage is, you know, a 1 mana creature for a 1 damage seems like it's worth it to me. That was a mistake, in my opinion. He should have attacked him with the dagger. Now he loses the dagger. All he has is a 1/1. He would have had a 3/3. He would have taken some damage, but in my opinion, that would have been well worth it. That said, guess it's technically not my place to judge.
Put this apple on your head.
So we're gonna summon another Knife Juggler. A Direwolf Alpha. And we're gonna life tap.
Job's done.
And I can see how this deck can be competitive, because no matter what he does, I have something else to play. And the life tap, you know, just basically keeps it going. Now, it feels to me like he has a really good combo right now. And I could be wrong, but that's just how it feels. That said, we're going to see what we can do to mess with that right now. So I'm thinking that the first step here is, and this is a scary thing to do because I have cards I want to play, but it's a Soulfire hit. And that was perfect. That was exactly what I wanted to do. So, that being said, I think we need Dark Iron Dwarf and give him 2 attacks for this turn. Like that. We're going to life tap, and that's going to help us next turn.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
Catch!
Now, he has head crack, but I think the next turn we're going to be doing lots of damage here with the mixture of Doomguard, and we can play Defender of Argus. So as long as he doesn't have a taunt creature, I don't think he can kill me this turn. I don't think. Doesn't mean he can, I don't think he can. And we have 11 damage on the board right now. 16 damage total, or 17 damage total, considering the Knife Juggler, if he doesn't summon anything, will attack
They'll
him.
never
So,
know what.
okay. So as you can see, he has absolutely no intention of letting me walk away, but I think I have some tricks up my own sleeve. So. Here's the thing. This is what makes this difficult. So I can't play Doomguard and these cards on the same turn. So Doomguard's gonna have to wait till next turn. That's the way it is. I can't play both of them, and I need that to survive. So what we're gonna play is we're gonna play Defender of Argus. Now we're gonna want to put this in between.
My shield for
the
Argus.
door. We're gonna get the same boost, but this way they'll get the benefit here. Then we'll play a Voidwalker. That was exactly as I was hoping.
Minion, a turn to get ready.
Hey, catch!
That minion, a turn to get ready.
Alright, so that's our turn. So obviously we're both in the same position. If he can get through my defenses and kill me, he wins. So if he has Eviscerate, Head Crack, he wins, period. Wouldn't have mattered what I did this turn anyway, that was a given. If he doesn't have Eviscerate, he obviously has Head Crack, but if he doesn't have Eviscerate, then he has to pull something pretty fancy out to kill me, in which case next turn I have a high chance of winning with my Doomguard. He has 3 mana to work with. Let's see what he can come up with. Because right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 5 is 11 total damage in my hand. So this is going to be, that's essentially the same as me attacking with the next turn. So we are going to win, and that's going to be a well played.
Well played.
Who dares summon me? How paltry to
The breach.
Hey, catch!
And that is how I believe how Zoolock, what makes it so difficult to beat. Because no matter where you are in the game, no matter what combos you can throw out, and what cards you can throw out, it's just an endless stream of minions that buff each other and make them harder to kill. And I don't think it's the greatest deck in the game, but then again, I haven't played it enough to really say that. And I don't want to imply that I feel that way about it. What I want to say is that what I've seen of it so far has been pretty impressive. We are playing this in casual play, so it's not in the high ranks. I don't know exactly how I'd do with it if I was in the high ranks. I know people have been extremely competitive with it. But what I can say is that I believe that this deck has potential, and I had fun playing it. So we'll mix this in a little bit as we go. But for now, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys have been enjoying the new format where we're kind of trying a little bit of Legendary and a little bit of new. I think that that's going to keep myself and yourself entertained. And that's going to be it for this episode. So you guys enjoy. Have a good day. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.